Thanks for inviting us in. It's now 11 o'clock and we want to begin tonight with a different way of spending a Friday evening. Many teenagers went out tonight to hang out with their friends, but some young Hoosiers decided to stay in. Several different nonprofits partnered tonight with IMPD and Lawrence Police to host a citywide lock-in. Our Logan Gay tonight shows us how it creates safe spaces for children during weekend hours.
Building bridges, breaking down biases, and strengthening understanding between law enforcement and the community they serve is what this lock-in is all about. It's part of the Faith in Blue Weekend hosted at New Revelation Christian Church.
It's about developing youth, period. I mean, they are the next generation. They are the next leaders of this world. And so what we're doing here is preparing the next version of leadership in this community, in this state, in this country.
Young people like Cameron Washington. He's a member of nonprofit New Boy. Is one of the nonprofits, along with Inner Beauty, that collaborated with IMPD, Lawrence Police, and other agencies to host this event.
The fact that we are able to come into these spaces and coexist and not have any type of problems, and I feel like we need more of that. We need, and I'll speak for the youth, we need more youth to come to events like this.
For a few hours, more than 80 kids had a safe space to be on a Friday night, and their parents didn't have to worry where they were. New Boy founder Kareem Hines and Inner Beauty founder Crystal Hines agree that's no small thing.
I hope these young people understand on Friday, you don't have to engage in illegal activity. You don't have to go downtown and put your life at risk to have fun.
They don't have to worry about, where they are, if they've eaten, if they're safe. There are people here that are trusted mentors, trusted adults that have open arms and they're ready to receive the kids. And I think that the kids are here having a great time.
And a safe one. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.
The man convicted of killing an IMPD officer and then trying to murder his girlfriend was just back in court. Elias Dorsey is currently in prison. He's responsible for the death of IMPD officer Breanne Leith back in April of 2020. He was also convicted of confining and attempting to kill his girlfriend, Aisha Brown, in that same incident. But today, Dorsey was resentenced on that criminal confinement conviction because the Court of Appeals said he was not sentenced correctly the first time. Today, a judge gave him 16 years. That's about 14 more than the original sentence. Officer Leith's mom and her friends were in court today to show support for Aisha, and the prosecutor wanted the new longer sentence added on to Dorsey's total prison time.
It didn't turn out like what we wanted, and it's very disappointing, but that just proves that there is room for improvement in our judicial system, and people need to learn about how all this works.
Ultimately, Dorsey will not serve any additional time because this new sentence will run at the same time as his longer sentence for the attempted murder. Well, there is mounting pressure tonight to redraw Indiana's congressional map. Vice President J.D. Vance just paid another visit to Indy, this time for the second time in 2 months. Mid-decade redistricting is pretty unusual. It typically happens after a census. But the Trump administration has been pushing for this ahead of the 2026 midterms. Indiana is just one red state that he has targeted. Right now, the GOP holds 7 of Indiana's 9 districts. Democrats hold the other 2. In a post on social media, Indiana Governor Mike Braun confirmed he and the VP did talk about redistricting and the importance of ensuring fair representation for every Hoosier. Governor Braun went on to say he'll only call a special session to address redistricting if there's enough support from state lawmakers, saying it could happen anytime between November and January. Now, while redistricting gets a push from the White House tonight, it's getting pushback from Democrats. At least 100 people gathered at the Indiana State House today in opposition.
We want fair elections, and we don't want them trying to steal our votes. That is against everything America stands for.
The group Indiana Conservation Voters organized this protest. Democrats have called the mid-cycle redistricting effort a power grab. So when you think of sports here in Indiana, basketball probably comes to your mind. But you don't want to sleep on the rise of volleyball in our state. Tonight, there's a new documentary premiering at the Heartland International Film Festival telling the story of the Indy Ignite. This is Indiana's first professional women's volleyball team. They just wrapped up their first season. Ignite the Fire gives a behind-the-scenes look at forming a new league and a new team and a new facility, all while building a new fan base. The film's co-director told us he was working for the team on the replay system, and that sparked the idea.
I'm watching the players and I'm watching the coaches and the interaction and the excitement and the athleticism, and I'm just like, we have got to make a documentary about this. This is too cool. This is their inaugural season at the Fishers Event Center. The Indy Ignite is like really popular. The Fishers Event Center was selling out for these games, and the energy was just insane.
You can check out that movie later this month at Indy Art Center in Broad Ripple. For now, tickets are still available for the 5:30 screening on October 16th.